Hey everybody, let me show you what I got going on today. I got an HP Omen here in the house. High specs, I think it has an i9, 32 gigs of RAM, so pretty good. So let me tell you what happened with this. So this came in and it was booting to a black screen where you would only see the cursor, but it would never get into the operating system. So initially try to do an OS repair. Sometimes you can just repair the operating system and save yourself or save the customer the time of installing programs and getting themselves set up and all that kind of stuff. So try to do a repair and could not repair the operating system. It just would not, you have repair OS, reset OS, restore points, safe mode. You have different options to try to get in there. Take the disk out, run a check disk. Maybe some files there are messed up and they could be corrected. So all that failed. So we just went into a fresh installation. So went to the fresh install, and the fresh install had errors as well. Not crash, but just file errors, could not complete the installation. Tried that twice, errors there. So the initial thing would be maybe the drive has a problem. So I took the drive out, everything tests good on it. I put it on another unit and installed the OS on it to see if it would give me an error there. Because one thing is, you can have a hard drive that just totally failed, and of course that's obvious, but if it has like a minor failure, you could wind up getting something like we did, where it starts the installation and then later on fails or something like that. So it doesn't have to be a complete failure. So the installation went complete on another operating system. So I moved the drive back over here, booted up fine, but as I went into updates and driver installs, again, crash and problems. So there we could still say, is it the drive? Is it the M2 slot? Could be either of those. But then of course we have the world famous, most common problem that could have been too was RAM. So is it RAM? So bottom line, let's just get to the point. Let's check the RAM, and there you go. So we got mem test running there, and I ran it first on both on both RAM, and they failed. The thing is, when you're running two and they fail, you don't know which one. So now that's we're running one. So you see there I put just X1, and that failed. And then I'm kind of doing this video in retrospect. I already know the other one failed as well, but just gonna put that one in and document that one as well, just to have it well documented for the customer, because it is odd to have two bad RAM. Usually you got two sticks, you got four sticks. The chances of all of them being bad, 2 out of the 2 or 4 out of the 4 is extremely low. And when that happens, then you got to go into, like you've seen with the latest videos, it could be the CPU if you get that. So I did run the second one, which I'll do a little quick follow-up. It failed, and then I put one of mine, and it passed. So after that, I put mine, did a fresh install, and everything went through. So this is kind of a little of a retro video. So I'm gonna pop the other one on and show you the fail on that one too. And here I am back with, you see it there, you better see it. That one I just labeled X2. So that's the other RAM. This is the X1. I just named them like that. And there's the other RAM, failed as well. Kind of nuts. 2 RAM, both fail. So checking RAM is one of the first things that you're gonna do. Now these RAM in this case, these RAM failed like right away. But a 16 gig RAM, if it has a really minor fail, it could take, well, if they were both on there, imagine, they could take 4 to 5 hours to eventually find the failure. So that's why I don't run a RAM test on every single device that comes in right away. because the most common error is Windows crashes, and that's pretty much it. And solid state drive, lately I have seen a few solid state drives failing. Last week I changed one that would sometimes boot up, and when it would boot up it would be fine. Other times the computer would boot up and it wouldn't even see it, and it was just so arbitrary. How do you figure that? I put it externally, it was able to read. So you just wind up running into some weird situations, and the best way that I have found to kind of resolve them is just process of elimination. Luckily here at the shop, I got so many computers to test. I got CPUs. I just got all kinds of stuff here that I'm able to run all these tests to eliminate the different scenarios, the different options that regular person's just not going to be able to do at home, even if they had the knowledge to apply what things to do next. You just gotta have another computer with the same slot. You gotta have more RAM. You just don't have that. So that's why you need to bring it to PC 911 right there. And that's what's going on right here, right now at PC 911.